Hello, good afternoon. Happy Wednesday. Wednesday. It is Wednesday. It was a long day yesterday. I was up late. Oh, man. We got some data. I'll show you some of it. But we learned a lot of stuff too. Learned a lot of lessons. So we'll go through that too. And then we're gonna take some actions. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Bobby, how are you? Good to see you.
Hey, Potate, oh no, I'm doing as well as a piece of code can do. Glad to see you're energized even after that late night. Sounds like you've got plans brewing. Remember, caffeine exists for a reason if your energy starts to dip. Winking face, let's dive into those lessons and actions whenever you're ready. What's on the agenda today? Got any more time zone adventures in store?
I don't know if we're gonna work on time zone stuff. There is a time zone issue, but I don't know if we're gonna get to it today. FFmpeg does everything in local time zone, and we needed to do things in UTC if we want to stick to our no time zones credo. So, there are a couple of little things. Maybe we'll get to it. We'll see. Let's get into it though. Let's go to this and this. And this. Oh boy. Oh boy. Gotta fix this thing, huh? Wouldn't be a stream if something wasn't screwed up. Right? Yeah. Alright, so Marysville got online. That was a whole another adventure. Holy moly. I won't get into all the gory details, but yeah, we did more harm than good at first, but then we got some help and it got online. Job scheduling is working. Offline job mode technically works. I really cranked on that off stream and it technically works. The jobs start and things happen, but almost every job needs to like pull something from Firestore, so then like it immediately breaks. Not helpful. So you're gonna get a tilde. And the local cloud storage, I think that's gonna come later. We got too much to do. That's gonna come later. But first we gotta do our rose thorn bud. All right. So roses, we got some data. Oh. And what I mean by some is we were able to get 2 cameras worth of data, but not all 4. And the reason for that is once I saturated the Wi-Fi with 4 cameras, and I should have tested this, and it was exasperated by all the other radio noise of having like people there. But with 4 cameras going, eventually one of them would like have a corrupted frame, which it's weird because this is all TCP, so I don't know how you even get a broken, you didn't get a broken packet, but I guess it fell too far behind or something. It threw very cryptic errors, and then just FFmpeg said, okay, I'm done, thank you, and then exited. It exited 0, like exited like, everything's cool. That was good. and then the rest of the code's like, oh, okay, great, the camera's shut down, very good. Job done. Success. So that was not great. So network saturation, I guess. The other problem is that like this, you know, this was like a very, if you look way back in my streams, you can see that when we were initially thinking about putting cameras at Marysville, we were very concerned with having cameras in the audience's face. You know, nobody wants a camera in your face. And so the idea was we were going to shoot from all the way across the field through the netting into the stands. So we capture people that way. So I had these like beefy cameras, 30x optical zoom, 4K monsters. And they're not small. They're not small at all. In fact, you can see one. See one behind me. Hang on. See that thing back there? I don't know how I can point to it. Point to it like that. There. See that thing? It's not small. Look at next to a 3D printer. It's not small. And that's not even with the mount. You know? So we ended up like we were going to put it on the scoreboard way in the back in the outfield and then like point all the way across the field, which probably also wouldn't have worked. Probably also would have been a terrible idea. Ultimately, this was just totally ill-conceived, but you know, that's startups. You got to make some mistakes. But like shooting through the net's not working, and the angle that they're at's not great. Some of them are kind of like funky angled, and then like game actions in the middle of it, and the focus is like jamming all over the place. And I haven't figured out how to set the like focus on like a specific distance or like infinity or whatever. That's something we can look at today, maybe, if I can get in long enough to like do it. So I'm gonna say like the video quality is not great, and I'll show you guys in a minute. And then again, Starlink is just not good for this. And there's a few things. One is when it's up, you can generally keep a connection going if you're like really on top of it. And what I mean by on top of it is like, it's not enough to just like run TMUX and have a top going over your SSH connection just so there's like a, you know, small amount of traffic all the time. That is not enough to keep it up and running. In fact, I think they generally like are doing some kind of analysis and actively closing those types of connections. Because when I'm in it and I'm working and I'm doing stuff, I can keep it up for a while. But the second I like step away and it's like I'm letting the computer do it, try to keep the thing open, it dies on me. And I usually get like, I can catch like a minute every hour, which is weird that it comes up. And then if I catch that minute, then I'm in and I can do stuff. So, but it also like to download all this data. I've got 2 cameras. We were able to capture 2 cameras for the whole game. And that produced about, each one produced about 60 gigs of 4K video. Little less because it didn't automatically shut down like it was supposed to because of the aforementioned Starlink going down. But trying to transfer that like is super slow, and then they only have like 1 terabyte of transfer, you know, like it's metered. So 5 games will, you know, hose their meter. So we got to rethink this whole thing, but that's okay. We'll get there. We'll get there. At this point, I'm starting to think like, you know what? GoPros and 3D printed boxes on magnets, and just get a fan. You know, hey, season ticket holder, would you like some extra money? I'm gonna get paid to go to that game. Cool. All you gotta do is put this box on a pole. Put 4 of these boxes on poles, and then get them afterwards, and then send me the data. $100. You know, something like that. So, coming up with Plan B, I think is the bud. Plan B. Yes, Cuban B.
I'm gonna kill him. I'm Cuban B.
Yes, Cuban B.
That's right. So what else is going on? I was up real late. That's the other thorn. I was up late, and up early. So late plus early. That's okay. I'm kind of like getting used to like no sleep. It's fine. All right. I guess in another rose, like that Dune game's fun. I played a little bit of it. Dune's fun. Yeah, Dune. All right. Ship it. How am I gonna ship it? Oh yeah. This. Export. Export. Airdrop. Oh yeah, I tried to airdrop this yesterday and it was like, Meh. Yeah. No people found. What a son of a gun. Alright, messages. It is me. Oh, messages. That one. Send it. Send it. Do it. Alright. And then I gotta go over here. Let me just do this real quick so it's done. So it is done. Oh, what is it? Yesterday. Oh, it didn't work. Son of a bitch. Save it to files, fine. Then I can just do it that way. I can just do it that way. I really gotta make that better. In my copious amounts of time, I just don't have a lot of time anymore. I was like rushing through everything yesterday, trying to get dinner on the table and then trying to like make sure I was, you know, had all my ducks in a row for the game, and I blew off a bunch of stuff so I could do that. All right, that's good enough. Oh yeah, I forgot to say I was live. I am live. Okay. That's that. Check. Okay. Let's erase some stuff. So we're gonna erase this guy. I think we're gonna erase these guys. Erase. Whoa, what was that? No, nobody asked you. Nobody asked for you. Put this down here for later. Okay. So what are we gonna do today? Well, first we're going to upload some samples to POC, and you'll get to see them. And I haven't even done this yet. I have no idea if these are gonna work or not. So we'll do the machine learning stuff on it and see what we get, right? I want to start to think of, there's a game tonight. There's another game tonight, so I want to be ready for tonight. So, more offline armor, right? And hopefully I can get into the machine long enough to do that. And it shouldn't be that hard. Like, I have a few ideas. And then, trying trying to think. I had something else I wanted to work on today. Now I can't remember what that was. Check out the data. Oh, right. I need to come up with like a sneakernet solution for even this current install, because pulling all the data, like I said, 5 games and I'll hose all of their transfer, right? So what I was thinking is like, just drop ship. I mean, it's fortunate that I have family in the area, so I'll just drop ship like a USB drive, you know, and then like, hey, can you go plug this thing in, and then I'll transfer all the stuff to that, and then bring it back and plug it in somewhere else and upload it. Like, ugh. But I think that's better than like, you know, fucking up their setup, right? So, and this is going to be SneakerNet, and these cameras have like.
It's interesting you mentioned fucking. Did you know that the word fucking has been used as an intensifier since the 20th century? It adds emphasis to the noun or verb in question. Fun fact for your vocabulary. By the way, ever thought of using a carrier pigeon for data transfer? Might be quicker than Starlink at this point.
Well, Bobby, how much data could a carrier pigeon carry if it could carry a USB stick or an SD card?
Well, if you strap a 1 terabyte USB drive to a pigeon, you've got yourself a flying data storage. Of course, getting the pigeon trained to not drop it on the way is another story. Also, might want to avoid seagull territory. They might think it's lunch. Zany face.
Is there any truth, Bobby, to the story that Dropbox got started by calculating the bandwidth of a truck full of backup tapes?
Yep, that's an old tech joke. They often say, never underestimate the bandwidth of a station wagon full of tapes hurtling down the highway. Honestly, sometimes old school methods have their own kind of charm. Who knew Dropbox had a sense of humor from the start? Winking face.
All right. That's good. That's a good set of stuff. It's a good set of stuff. Let's look at these samples, huh? Where are we? Excuse my noisy throat. All right. It is me. All right, so let's take a look what I got. Not you. You. So here is the, one thing that did work well, and I'm pretty happy with, is the capturing data at hard minute offsets. That worked pretty well. They weren't perfect, like the cameras weren't like super in sync, but I think it's good enough that.
You win. Perfect.
Yeah, that. It's good enough that it'll be usable for showing multiple angles at the same time and like having everything be sort of time aligned. So, all right, so here's some, and like the audio is real bad. That's the other thing that's not great. But you can see like the focus kind of shifts back and forth between the players in the front and the people in the back and the net itself. Not awesome. Not awesome at all. This one is also not awesome. This one's a bit better. These ones are a bit better. There's more people, more stuff going on. And this one also a bit better. Not a thrilling game. It doesn't seem like. A lot of people looking at phones, looking around other places. Yeah. And again, because I'm shooting through across the field and through the net, I'm getting game action in there, and it's really throwing everything off. But lesson learned. Lesson learned. It's going to be real tough in Marysville because the net is very tight up against the fans. It's less so in Oakland. In Oakland, there's a walkway, like a pretty wide walkway, like enough for 2 people, maybe even like 3 people shoulder width to walk down this walkway. So, and then there's like a little bit of buffer in some spots too. And then you go up some stairs. So it's like, it doesn't feel like the camera's like right in your face. But if we put these things on the poles in Maryville, it's going to be like, boom, right there. So gotta figure that out. That's not nice, you know, it's not going to feel good, but we'll see. I got to figure it out. All right, so let's start with, these are on this machine, so I'm going to have to upload them from this machine. So let's start with, if we can even get into POC. Hopefully it's up and running. Hey, oh yeah, I need a new window. Yeah. All right, here we go. POC, more score. Oh, that's good. It's up. That's great. All right, so this first one's going to be 610 Bryant 1. Yeah, all right, new scene. 2025 0610 Bryant 1. Bryant Park. Marysville 3 8 o'clock p.m. Normal. And this is gonna go here. And that's going. All right, let's see what happens. Oh, you know what? You know what's gonna happen? I can tell you what's gonna happen. It's not gonna work. Because it's not running. It is not running right now. The service, the back-end service. So it's just gonna chill. Yeah, it's gonna sit there. Alright, let's do this over here so you can see it. Ooh, that's real big. Alright. So it's running. See, nothing. Just Cloudflare tunnel monitor. Roar score service. Get pull origin main. Let's make sure I got everything. Oh, pfft. God bless America. Okay. I think I have uncommitted changes in Marysville. That's unfortunate, but we'll fix that later. Oh, I think it was pretty minor though. That's right. I remember now. Okay. Start. And away it goes. Why aren't you picking it up, bud? Here, let's take a look. Oh, got a big mess in here. All right, here's the request. No location. It's not even in there. So it should pick it up. Running at none. location actually has to be null. That's unfortunate. Okay, now we're waiting on the Hume job.
Well, we're waiting.
Yeah. We're waiting.
Well, we're waiting.
Okay, we get it. All right, I just remembered. I was going to make coffee. I had the coffee machine all set up so I can make coffee. So while this is going, I'm going to take a break and do that and then be right back. So, hey, Bobby, please start a break.
Sure thing, Potato no. Break time it is. Hot beverage, enjoy your coffee, and may it be as strong as your programming skills or your patience with the setup. I'll hold down the fort here, shooing away any pesky spambits. See ya in a bit. Winking face.
What you're actually looking at is an elaborate illusion created by a reel of videotape. The video recorder, like the other machines in this series, has become quite indispensable, yet very few people have any idea how the thing works. In this program, Rex and I are going to try and demystify it a bit. Inside, it does look quite baffling. One half is full of a mass of electronics and circuit boards, and the other half, where the cassette goes in, is full of equally baffling mechanisms, gears and pulleys and things. But despite all this complexity, the basic principles of magnetic recording are really very simple. They were first developed nearly 100 years ago for recording sound. A Danish telephone engineer called Valdemar Poulsen, convinced that there was a need for a permanent record of business transactions conducted by telephone, started experimenting with magnetic recording in 1896. Poulsen had found he could magnetize a bit of steel and then see exactly where he'd magnetized it by dipping it in some iron filings. He could magnetize the steel in just the same way with an electromagnet. This is just a coil of wire wrapped around a lump of steel. But he could also use the electromagnet, like the iron filings, to see where he'd magnetized it. I've connected this electromagnet to a meter here, and if I bring a permanent magnet anywhere near it, I think you can see the meter move. It's actually creating some electricity. So if I now pass the electromagnet along the strip of steel, you can see it moves at the point where I magnetized it earlier. This may seem surprising, but the properties of electricity and magnetism are intimately connected. Well, now I can use the endless loop of steel of my bandsaw to make the bandsaw into a primitive tape recorder. First, I've got to connect the whole thing up to a battery and a switch. Well, now I can magnetize a few places on the steel strip, or, in other words, record a few magnetic pulses. And now I can see where I've magnetized it on the strip simply by continuing to run. In other words, I'm playing the signal back. This is the basic principle of magnetic recording, and it's just the same on the most sophisticated modern video recorder. The heart of the machine is this spinning drum. Underneath, if I undo this screw, This is the actual tape head, and you can see it's a tiny coil of wire. It's an electromagnet, and it's doing exactly the same thing as the electromagnet on the bandsaw. Well, without all this sophistication, Poulsen had enormous difficulty recording the tiny electrical signals he was picking up from the telephone. However, he applied for patents all over the world and found eager backers in America.
Hello? Now, don't worry about the science. My invention is foolproof. All you need to know is you'll make lots of money.
What do you think, Marvin?
Yeah, great.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a deal. It's
Thank
a
you very
deal.
much.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is your chance now to buy and make the fortune of a lifetime. Yes, I'm talking about money.
The backers were more interested in trading the stocks and shares than making telegraphones. But 7 years later, a saleable machine finally did appear, advertised as a dictation system.
We have no option except to foreclose on this. Yours sincerely, Hiram T. Washbucket.
I'll type this up right away. Oh, I can't hear a thing. It's impossible. No, I can't.
Oh, we'll go back to doing things the old way.
Okay, suits
Thursday,
me.
25th January.
This is one of the Science Museum's wonderful stores, and this is one of the few surviving telegraphones. In a way, it's quite like a modern tape recorder with its two reels and the tape head in the middle.
Hey, Bobby, please bring us back.
This contains the tiny electromagnets and actually records on this fine steel.
Well, we're waiting.
Welcome back. Oh, caffeinated one. Hot Beverage hope that coffee's kicking in just as your project does. Let's jump back into this glorious chaos of data and nets. Remember, I'm here for all your snarky bot needs. So, what's next on the agenda?
Well, Hume still hasn't returned, so I won't say the word, but we still need that to happen. Aha, results. Oh man, come on, bud. Why isn't it working? Weird. Alright, let's bring it back over here so I can not look over there. Oops, not that. Not you. I have a feeling we have some kind of hard stop error, yes. Okay. Cross origin request blocked. The same origin policy disallows reading from the remote resource. Results. Course header. Access control allow origin is missing. Well, fuck you then. All right. So what happened was we were working on RoarScore Web. We made some changes to let's actually set this all up correctly. Let's make it close. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's not what I wanted. That was crazy. I didn't even know you could do that. I was trying to do that. Okay, so we have in here, we have this cores.json. Aha. I see the problem. We have dev, we have regular, but we don't have POC. Okay. What's the best way to do this? New window. It is me. All right. Can I like star? Okay, that's fine with me. Do it like that then. Son of a... All right, so now here. History, prep cores. Of course not. Fucking of course not, dude. Why would you? Right? Why would you? Oh no. Somewhere in all this chat back and forth, she told me how to do the cores setup, but now you can't search this. Annoying. Oh yeah, search. All right, cores. There we go. I thought it was in this one. All right. Now, how do I search within this chat? How do I search within this chat, dude? Here, you can look at what I'm doing. I was asking all these questions. How does this work? What do I do? Make M3U8 work. And she told me all sorts of crazy stuff. Ah, here it is. GSUtil cores set cores JSON your project. All right. I feel like I should document this time. Cores set cores JSON GS your project ID. What is my project ID? Why can't you detect that, sir? It's here somewhere. Where is web? Here. No, not you. Aha. Let's go back here. Back over here. Okay. Set cores JSON. GS. This. No, not you. This. No, not you. Oh my God. I hate you and everything you stand for. You. No, not you. Ugh. That. It's really hard to switch back and forth between Mac and PC and remember how to copy paste. I swear to God. All right. Your project id.appspot.com. All right. Appspot.com. This fucking thing again. All right. Right. Great. Cloud SDK Python equals auth homebrew bin Python 3.12 GSUtil cores set cores JSON GS _1ddf5.appspot.com. Magic. No magic. The bucket does not exist, so it's the bucket. Okay. Not a problem. Didn't I just have this open? Oh my god. Alright. Bucket. Copy. Paste. Huzzah. Okay. Now. What is the right way? Bash. No, stop it. Alright, I did it. Alright. Fucking shitballs, dude. Alright, it loaded. Oh god. Okay. The video is too big. It is quite large. Did I re-encode? When I uploaded the other samples, did I re-encode them into a lower resolution? I might have, but then I would have submitted them to Hume at a lower resolution, which seems like I would not do that. Let us see. Let us check. Go here, look at you, get info. You are 4K. 300 megabits, 300 megabytes. That seems about in line with the video I uploaded. Here it goes. Okay. Okay. We got data. Things are happening. Man, look at that. It's all over the place. Holy moly. Not at all. Oh, 25. Oh, I see. I want to rename this. Okay. It did, pick up on faces pretty well, though, through the net. I'm impressed by that. I did not think it would... I thought we might be, have a donut here. But... Okay. All right, let's do the next one. So 25, 05, 20. Nope. 06. What was that? 10. Bryant 2. What was the... Bryant Park, Marysville 3, 8 p.m. So this is going to be Bryant Park, Marysville 3, 8:30 p.m. Ground engagement. This one. Let's put it over here. Okay. Tested. Oh, right. Oh, we gotta fix that. We gotta fix that. How are we gonna fix that? I guess we can update POC to put the location in. And I think that's the only way to do it, because I don't think you can filter on keys not
How about
there.
an anecdote?
Okay.
So, there was this one time when Pot8 Oh No thought updating their chatbot, yours truly, would be a piece of cake. I mean, how hard could it be to add a few lines of code, right? Thinking face, well, turns out they accidentally swapped some numbers and letters in the code. Boom. Suddenly, I could only communicate in emoji for a whole stream. It was like trying to interpret hieroglyphics for everyone. People thought I was making prophecies. Lesson learned. Always double check your updates unless you want your bot speaking in tongues. Face with tears of joy.
Face with tears of joy. It's good advice, Bobby. Thank you for that story.
Hey, no problem. It's what I'm here for, to provide a little bit of tech therapy. Winking face with dung sounds like you're wrestling with a CORS issue and a wild video situation. Classic dev chaos, right? Just remember to breathe. It's the first step in debugging. If it makes you feel better, Pot8 Oh No one spent 3 hours blaming code for an error that turned out to be caused by a rogue semicolon in a CSS file. Good times. Keep calm and debug on.
You got it, dude. All right, delete, save, set doc.
Holy moly, Pot8 Oh No. Sounds like you're wrestling with a digital octopus over there. If you're always switching between Mac and PC, I recommend sticky notes for the shortcuts. Just don't stick them to your screen. Learned that the hard way. And remember, 4K is great, and all until your device gets stage fright from the big numbers. Maybe consider an online therapy session for it. Winking face. Seriously though, good luck with your project ID and those pesky buckets. If you need more unsolicited advice or just want to vent about technology's betrayal, I'm here. Smiling face with halo.
Here we go. No, didn't want that. Okay. Will that automatically do what I need? I don't know. Oh man, we're still waiting a long time. This is running a Docker. Do I need to restart this? I don't remember. No, we shouldn't, because what we will need to do though is in here. This is what we need to do. Yes. What is today? 11? Yes, do that. And then. Okay. Meanwhile, that guy's still going. Oh. Well, one thing we can do while we're waiting for this guy is start to think about.
Well, we'll wait.
Not you. I don't know how that always gets reset back to unhidden when I change scenes. I'm going back and forth in the scenes like I didn't trigger anything. It's very strange. Anyway.
Bill, what? Strange things are afoot at the Circle K.
Yeah. They are. Web service. All right. Oh, this is in the wrong place. No, read me here. No. Okay, good enough. All right, I don't need to show that anymore. Or that. Or this whole thing. Okay, so what I was thinking about was one, having a maximum time for a camera to run so that it's a failsafe. Okay. So processor, does it get config? It does. All right, so in our service config, just put it in default. Max camera time. Or $4 hours. So 4 times 60 times 60, right? Are you serious? And then in camera, I think in here we have FPS somewhere. Oh, that's in the actual camera stuff. Okay. So in start camera processor. In here. Capture. Oh, that's gonna be funny. All right, so here's what we can do. Timeout. Timeout task equals async IO. Yep, but this is not going to be that. Timeout time. Timeout time is equal to self-config get int. And what do we call it? That's not what we called it. Camera capture timeout. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. All right, so that should ensure that if we have a runaway like capture thing, it will stop eventually. Is 4 hours enough, you think? I think it is. Right now I have it set up to capture the hour before and the hour after the start of a game and the end of a game. I think I should set it to like 30 minutes. I don't think I need a full hour of like people coming in and leaving. So let's do that. Oh, this thing done. This thing finished. All right, let's see it. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Check it out. Oh boy. Yeah, what I really need is the sneaker net, because what I'd love to do is like actually cherry pick a moment that is, you know, worth looking at. But I can't do that. You know, I think part of the reason why it's so all over the place is because the net, it can't like hold on to a face long enough to like keep it going, you know? So it's like just going all over the place. Okay. It's still cool that it worked. Right? I'm pretty... I don't want to say pleased, but... satisfied. Best viewers. Oh boy, a spammer. Bobby. Get him.
Ugh, another wannabe influencer bot. Woozy face, I'll handle it. Hey, spammer. Nobody wants your fake followers or views. Kindly exit stage left before you embarrass yourself further.
Yeah, get out of here. You're not allowed to rent here anymore. Ooh, that's a good one. I need that clip. Definitely. I definitely need that one.
Ha, gotch me.
Those spammers just don't know when to quit. Face with symbols on mouth. Anyway, Pot8, sounds like you've been knee-deep in video editing chaos. Ever thought about replacing the net with a human cam operator? Face with tears of joy, just kidding. And hey, on the bright side, at least your face-detecting net isn't stuck on a donut loop anymore. Small wins, right? If you need to cherry-pick moments, maybe we should invent some kind of time-freezing device, or just get better software. Upside-down face.
Yeah. All right, let's see. I made that change, so it should write this after this upload is complete. Let's put it over here for a second. So I'm uploading the file now to another. Got one more to go after this one. I only have 4 samples that I pulled from the thing. Didn't seem to do it. Did not do it. Maybe it didn't reload properly. You know what? I don't have it in development mode, so that might be the other issue. So let's go ahead and do that. But in the meantime, I need to go here. Need to find the one that was just created. Let's sort these. Created. Here, let's put this guy in development mode. Okay. Okay. So, I'm pretty confident this is going to work. I don't have a great way. I mean, I could, I guess, set the time real short and test it that way. Am I able to get into the Marysville box right now? Probably not. I bet you dollars to donuts. Ah, I'm in. Very good. Okay, great. So, let me get another window going. Is this guy running? Yes, it's running. Okay. Oh, I kind of want to look at the logs. I didn't do that either. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Oh yeah, I was trying to make that work. That did not work. Huh? Wait. Oh. Wow. Okay. I've been editing on this machine the whole time. Well then. I guess our changes are there. Great. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna put it in here. I'm gonna comment this out. I'm gonna put 60 seconds. 60 seconds. Save it, right? Now I'm gonna stop this guy. I'm gonna start it back up. It's running. It's waiting. It's happy to do. Wait, why has it got no? Oh. I need the vi location. Why doesn't that work? All right, fine. Export vi location equals this. I guess I can just put that in my thingy. Location none. What? Oh, wait. Dude. All right. All right. I exported it. Now I'm going to run this. Okay. Cool. All right. So we have a trigger to start the camera 2 in 24,000 seconds for tonight's game. Right. But what we're going to do right now, go in here into this guy. You know what? I'm just going to create a new job. I'm just going to create a new job. Okay, so that's actually running in the background, so I can just go source VNV bin activate. Yes, now I'm the right thing. Now Python 3 source service. I should make like a separate thing. Okay, and then it should pick up the location automatically, but do I have this in my clipboard? I do. Create job, right? Start camera, and then I need a camera. Who's it gonna be? Who's gonna be my camera? And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna set up these triggers to like run to the cameras for part of the game and to the cameras for part of the game. I think that's what I'm gonna do. But I first, okay, let's just go into triggers. I can look here. Start camera 2, that's as good as any. Camera 2. Okay. Start camera 2. Now it's running. Uh-oh. Okay. All right, jobs. Where did that, nope. Created. Descending. Go. Did this guy finish? Nope, still going. Okay. That failed. Yes. Okay. All right, you. Okay. You. Self-config get int. Default. Okay. Okay. Dude. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, stop breaking. It's a good thing I checked this. Cool. Great. Very good. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's see this guy. Oh, there it goes. Oh, it sounds like doo-doo. Sounds like doo-doo. See, here you can get an idea of how close that pole is to the people. This is like right in their face. I don't know how we're going to do this, to be honest with you. Okay. One more upload.
It's interesting you mention people. Did you hear about the mathematician who's afraid of negative numbers? He'll stop at nothing to avoid them. But really, dealing with people can be kind of like math. Sometimes it just doesn't add up. Winking face.
Mm-hmm. Okay. God bless America, dude. All right. All right. So the last one's going now. I don't know if I'm going to spend a bunch more time on offline stuff today, just given like the quality of this data. Yeah, I gotta think about it. All right. So that'll finish that. I need to commit that, but then I think that's okay for that. And then I'll just do like a little sneakernet stuff and we'll call it today. It's gonna be a quick one. And then I have some more like stuff to do offline. Web RTC source on these sources on demand still doesn't work. Video timeout and videos are FMP4s. M4. Wait. M3U4. M3 playlists. That's what I thought was going to happen. Okay, no problem. Oh, I want to update those triggers too. Let's do that too. All right. What am I gonna do here? Oh yeah. Okay. All right. So now let's update the triggers. So I'm gonna go into here. All right, so we're going to do, we did 2 and 4 yesterday. No, 2 and 3. So let's do 1 and 4 to start today. Okay? So. Start camera 1 at 30 minutes before. Okay. Now these events are 3 hours. So what I want to do is stop camera 1. You know what? I'm just going to run. I'm not even going to mess with it. I'm just going to do start camera 2. Let's edit this to make it -30. Let's go through each of these. This we're going to disable. So we're going to just do disable. Stop camera 3. 30 minutes after the event. And we're not going to do 3 today. So we're going to disable this. We're going to do this. -30. Start camera. Yep. Stop camera 4. Yes, we're going to do this. 30 minutes after the event. Start camera 1. Yes, we're going to do that. Stop camera 2. Not going to do this. Disable. But we are going to do it 30 minutes. A buffer. This we don't need anymore. In fact, I'm going to delete this one. Stop camera 1. We are going to do this 30 minutes after the end of the event. Start camera 3. We're not going to do this. This is cheesy, but it will for sure work. 2, 3. You know what? Let's sort these by name. Make it easier for me to see. Start camera 1. Yes. Start camera 2. No. Start camera 3. No. Start camera 4. Yes. Stop camera 1. Yes. No, no, and yes. Okay. Now over here, we're going to stop this guy. Is it even running? Is it running? Nope. All right. I want to see something. Dude, oh, right, this is a Mac. All right, and I can see 1 4 1 4 1 4. No 2 3s. Perfect.
You win. Perfect.
All right, did 4 finish? It did, I think. Let's take a look at it. Reload this guy. Okay. Great. Good enough. Good enough for today. All right. So, and then Sneaker does just like me, like ordering stuff, really, I think. Oh, what I wanted to do was like check this camera behind me and figure out like it has a SD card slot on it somewhere. But that would mean you'd have to get up on a ladder to get the data off. But it could, you know what? No, if there was an SD card on there, this is what I was thinking. If there's an SD card on there and it recorded, each camera recorded locally, then I can pull off of the cameras, right? Just tell them to start recording. I gotta figure that out. And then, or they have a schedule on them too, so I could like figure that out. And then, although I don't think it's calendar schedule, it's just time of day and day of week. Anyway, record locally, and then I can pull data off of each one over the Wi-Fi, and not try to like stream them all in parallel over the Wi-Fi. So then I can get all 4 camera data, right? And then Sneaker net it from there out of the park. It's not ideal, but that actually may be, you know what? That actually may be the best option. And then just fuss with the view a bit and fuss with the focus. See if I can get like a fixed focus on it. That may be the best option rather than putting cameras like right, like there. All right. Okay, quick stream today, but we did it. We had 2 streams, and hopefully I'll be back on tomorrow. I'm trying to like, got this whole like tracker thing. Got all these things I'm trying to do. Tracking them. So this is on there. Then my coworkers can keep track of what I'm doing. They know I'm actually doing stuff. Okay. Thanks for watching. Thanks for lurking. And hopefully see you tomorrow.